The Trump administration has announced a nearly $1.8 billion fund to compensate allies of President Trump who believe that they were mistreated by the Biden administration's Justice Department. CBS's Natalie Brand explains where that money is coming from and why both Democrats and Republicans are unsure about this fund.
Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, testifying before the Senate Appropriations Committee, faced questions about a newly announced DOJ fund to compensate those who claim they were unfairly targeted by the previous administration.
You had an administration seek to destroy the previous administration.
The nearly $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund is part of a settlement of President Trump's lawsuit against the IRS over the leak of his tax returns in 2020.
President Trump is the first president to sue his own government and then direct his chosen acting attorney general to reach this kind of settlement.
What you just said is not true. I mean, if I can correct that.
Please.
The president did not direct me to do anything.
The Department of Justice says it's designed to provide monetary relief to those who suffered weaponization and lawfare at the hands of the Biden administration. Democrats are blasting the fund as unconstitutional, arguing it will be used to enrich the president's supporters. Even Senate Majority Leader John Thune said he's not a fan of it.
I think that there are and will be, continue to be, a lot of questions around that the administration is going to have to answer.
The money from the fund will be administered by a commission of 5 members appointed by the Attorney General, a role currently held by Todd Blanche, Trump's former personal attorney.
He will make suggestions to you.
I have no idea if we will or not.
I would be shocked if he didn't tell you exactly who to put on, and I'd be more shocked if you did not put them on.
Nearly 100 House Democrats have signed a legal brief urging a judge to block the fund. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.